Well, hello there. Thanks for joining us. We're Suzanne and Shadow, and this is our very first ever Facebook Live. Yes, we are live. Are you live? We're live.
So no matter what happens, there's no going back on this. All right. So you know what? We're so excited about this because it's a chance for us to be more intimate with you and get to know each other better and ask questions and just maybe give you a little bit more behind the scenes look at what goes on at Z88.3.
And we're going to look at our first question here. It comes from Winter Garden from Jessica. And Susan, I'll throw this on to you.
Okay.
The question is, how did you get started in radio?
Oh, wow. Okay, so for me personally, it's not the typical way most people get into broadcasting these days. I would say most people now go to school for it. I was a teenager, and I heard this boy on the local radio station who had a nice voice, and I called to just say hello, and we'll be married 30 years in November, actually. So a lot of our time was spent at the radio station, and I just learned how to run the board and learned about music and everything. But I wanted to be a DJ since I was 8 years old, so it's it was destined to happen. How about you?
First of all, let me follow up on that a little bit because I know that you've been married to Jim for all those years.
Yeah.
Is he still in radio? I know the answer to this, but nobody else does.
Okay.
Is he still in radio? What does he do?
Well, he works at the Orlando Union Rescue Mission, actually. So he's an amazing writer. He works for the development department of the Orlando Union Rescue Mission, and he just tells the great success stories about going from homelessness to getting back on their feet. So we're excited about that. That's very cool. More questions coming in.
And as we go to those, I will also answer that same question since you wanted to know. I actually got into radio right out of, well, like Suzanne did actually. I was a high school senior, had no clue what I wanted to do for a living. And I went in to see my high school guidance counselor with about 30 days left of my senior year. And she said, well, what do you like? Because I had no clue what I wanted to do for a living. And she said, well, what do you like doing? And I said, well, I like music, I like sports. And so her name is Jane Graham. She's still with us. And she said, well, why don't you consider doing radio? Because you could do sports or be a DJ.
So this is your senior year.
My senior year, 30 days left in high school. Okay. And she's the reason why I got into business. And it is all I've ever done to this day.
Awesome.
Thank you, Jane Graham.
You know what? Can we give a shout out to Laura Rigney Dixon? Laura, we love you. We sure appreciate your friendship. Roxy Tenny Koskela says hello from Ormond Beach. And one of the friends said, if you weren't in radio, what would your second choice be? Gigi Jimenez Wezell asked. So if you weren't in radio, what would you be doing?
I can't imagine doing anything else than what I do, Susan. It's all I've ever done. If they ever had a job where you could be the official Pop-Tart taster, that might be at the top of my list. Yeah. What are you? What would you do?
I would be a race car driver. I'm totally serious. I have wanted to be. It was a DJ or a race car driver.
I have ridden with Suzanne. Be glad that she's not a race car driver.
Hello, Mary Ellen Rochester from Claremont. I love Claremont, especially because you have Culver's. Claremont is a beautiful area, but Culver's and Donut King. Of course, it's all around food. That's not a big surprise, but Gigi, my friend Gigi, an amazing artist. Love your stuff. Incredible.
We also have a comment here, Suze, from Melinda McDonald. Thank you for joining us. Melinda wanted to know how long we've been working together.
Okay. As a team.
As a team.
A year?
It'll be about 13
Not
months in June.
Not how long it feels.
Yes.
How long it's actually been.
Good point. Good point.
But it's fun. It just takes a lot of time to get to know each other and build chemistry and, build a friendship. And, he's tried to run away, but I catch him, so that's good.
She's faster than me.
I am.
Also heard from Jackie, our friend Jackie, who says, what room are you in at Z88.3? We're actually right off of the main studio in what we call Studio B. This is where we record a lot of our stuff. But if we can get Jessica to turn and pan around, you'll actually see Tom Dupree on live right now. Tom Dupree. There's Tom saying hello.
Tom didn't know he was going to be doing Facebook Live tonight.
Now, if Tom would stand up, you would see that he's actually 6'7". He's the basketball player on our team here. What else you got?
Well, we want you to feel comfortable to ask questions in comments. You just go to our afternoon page and just post in comments right there, and we'll try to get to them. But Melinda McDonald said, I moved here almost 2 years ago, and I couldn't listen to afternoons, but I love hearing you on the way home. And thank you so much. I'm curious, where did you move from? A lot of our friends moved from the north, and love to hear. I'm originally from New Jersey, so if we've got any East Coasters, also from South Dakota. You're from Ohio, so I think we're all mostly transplants down here.
She says Jersey, but when Mike's not on, it's always Joycey. She's from Joycey. You're from Joycey?
I know, we do tournaments there,
And can you do your Donald Trump for everybody?
It's huge. It's huge. It's going to be beautiful.
Here's a
That
question
wasn't
from
part of the deal tonight. Yeah.
Look at some of the questions. What
Okay.
are some of your most memorable bloopers? I'll leave that to you, Suze.
Oh man, that's a tough one. Let's come back to that because I have to filter through and yeah. Okay, well I remember saying that it's going to be froggy in the
Froggy.
morning. Yeah,
Right.
tomorrow morning expect it to be froggy. Of course, I meant foggy. That's embarrassing.
Suzanne and I did a Christmas event. You know where I'm going here.
I do.
We did a Christmas event last December, and we had a script that we were going by on this. And what we didn't know
I can't
ahead of
believe you're gonna
time,
say this.
what we didn't know ahead of time is that the script they gave us was the original draft, not what they wanted us to say over the microphone
Right.
in front of this huge crowd we had.
You
there.
should always read stuff ahead of
Yes.
time. Let me just say that.
I'm looking over Suze's shoulder, and I'm looking ahead, and I see some of the script, and it said, it talked about things that weren't meant to be
They
said.
weren't meant to be said. It was the opinion of the writer.
Right.
I didn't realize this.
I'm looking ahead, and I see that, so I'm trying to let her know.
And I'm on the
remember,
microphone.
We're in front of a crowd. She's on the mic, so I'm kind of tapping her on the shoulder to let her, and whispering under my breath, look ahead,
Right.
look
Right.
ahead.
Right.
She didn't look
I
ahead.
didn't look ahead. And it came out too much info. Yes! Yes, I just added yes to the end of my half sentence, and hopefully nobody knew anything was going on. So you try to help each other out when you can, and he has to help me more than I help him, actually.
We
But
want to
it's
give a shout
fun.
out. Yes,
It's
it is fun. For the most part, it's
Yeah.
a lot of fun. For the most part.
Froggy, Missy, yes.
Melinda McDonald also gave us a shout out. And Melinda says she's taking a break from an online insurance class to watch this.
Awesome.
That is 5 minutes you'll never get back, Melinda. But thank you anyway.
Insurance or Suzanne and Shadow. Okay, I'm feeling good about this. Well, that's exciting. Maybe that means you're starting a new career. Here's the thing. Whatever's going on in your life, we want to be part of it. We want to know what's going on. When we say to leave us comments on Facebook or when we ask you to call us at the radio station, have your kids call us. Tell us about what they're excited about for the summer. We love getting you and your kids and family on our afternoon page and on our afternoon show to share what's going on in your life. That's what it is. It's about friendships and real stuff,
We want to wrap up now. I want to thank you for our very first Facebook Live. And we want to do a few shout outs. We've heard from Yolanda. We've heard from Missy. Kristen is in with us tonight, as well as another Missy, Lauren and Quan, our friend Quan.
Thank you so much. We've got Melinda and Lauren, and you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for being part. I feel like we're this great little family. I feel like, okay, ready? Group hug? Group hug, ready?